Growing up is not easy. It involves complicated tasks like learning and maturing. My name is Ennis, and I've been growing up for the past 20 years, something I hope to continue doing for the next 50, at least. I've done a whole host of things with my life so far. I've visited galaxies far, far away while playing role-playing games, switched school districts as a teenager,
This way, please. Come on now, first years, don't be shy.
tortured my body participating in physical activities, and even became prom king. While at the time it just seemed like I was living day to day, research has shown that I was being carefully cultivated into a somewhat successful 20-year-old. I've never really fancied myself a flower, but the analogy works here. According to Erik Erikson, people grow more mature throughout their lives, with specific age ranges focusing on certain developmental issues. Looking back at my life, I can see how this model fit. For example, his model predicted that preschool-aged children often feel the need to control parts of their lives. I did, because in preschool I determined what I wanted to be when I grew up. Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. I had taken control of my future and decided for myself what I wanted to do. Even though with the decision I made, I definitely did not deserve to have control. This is not the only time where Erikson's model predicted how I would act at a specific stage in my life. After graduating from middle school, if that's what you call it, I transferred over to the New Prairie United School Corporation, where I attended New Prairie High School, believe it or not. While there, I began exploring my interests and discovering new things about myself. I tried out new extracurricular activities like cross-country and robotics. It was also around this period that I finally told my dad that I no longer wanted to play baseball, something that I had dreaded doing every single summer. Contrary to what you might think, I have not always been as chipper as I seem to be now. At one point in my life, I was actually diagnosed with depression and obsessive-compulsive disorder, and I became a worrier, something I still am a little bit to this day. Anyway, I attended an inner-city middle school and never really paid much attention to race, but that changed when I watched a video about racism in America's 60s. After seeing the video, I began to see race and was so worried that any action I did was or could be construed as racist. I was afraid that I wasn't looking at different races the same amount of time, so I would make sure to stare at certain races that I thought I wasn't paying enough attention to. I would also worry that I held the door open for certain groups of people and not others, so I would sometimes double back just to hold the door open for more people, to make sure that I was in no way being racist. This, while heavily tinged with OCD, relates back to Helm's model for my racial development and seeing other minorities as oppressed and needing equal treatment. Before the video, I was still in stage 1 where I did not deeply consider the benefits afforded to me versus others because of my race. But I quickly jumped to stage 6 because I tried to discover ways of clearing any subconscious racism, even if I had only made it up in my head. These two theories have helped shape who I am right now. My successful development under Erikson's model has helped me develop into a competent young adult with a strong self-image. I have also grown and continue to grow under Helm's model by discovering and dismantling oppressive situations my white status puts others in. Thank you for your time, and hopefully you got to know me a little bit better.